The single least expensive ticket that I have found in the NFL on the Game Time app is between the Commanders and the Cardinals. Coming up later this September, price to get in. So what is the least expensive way to be a football fan in 2024? After all, the prices to just sit on your couch and watch games to the prices to go into the games, into stadiums, they've gone up dramatically over the last few years. So what's a way to do this the least expensive way? I've seen an awful lot of people in comments on previous videos I've done about the expense of being a fan say that, hey man, anything that's on the internet can be grabbed off the internet for free if you know the right place to find it and where to look for it. Well, what's a way we can do this without stealing anything? Well, the number one way to do it is to do the opposite of stealing something, and that's to buy something. And the single least expensive ticket that I have found in the NFL on the Game Time app is between the Commanders and the Cardinals. Coming up later this September, you'll be sitting in section 435, row 10. Price to get in, just $14. $14. That is less than a beer costs in most NFL stadiums these days. If you live in the greater Phoenix area and you want to go to an NFL game cheaply, $14 is the cheapest option on planet Earth to go to any NFL game. Enjoy Commanders Cardinals, a game only a mother could love. Outside of doing that, the single best way to be a fan and not get into your pocket is to mooch. Again, not to steal, to mooch. Mooch off your friends. Just happen to be on their couch for kickoff yet another Sunday. Be their guest at the game. Be the person who gets brought along. That's very nice if you can find it. Maybe they'll even buy your hot dog too, for goodness sakes. Look, if you're going to show up each and every week, show up with a case of beer, a pizza, sort of pay your way. Everyone's going to know kind of what you're doing and what you're up to, but they're your friends and they've been putting up with you for this long. Why stop now? If they're onto you, get new friends, preferably wealthy friends. Date a wealthy person who's already a season ticket holder. I mean, that's a good way to start going to games for free. Socially climb your way into that stadium. I believe in you. Hey, you could try to turn yourself into a wealthier person by making the right bets on betus.com. Right now, if you enter the code YouTube150, you can get a 150% deposit bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. Now, of course, that is a sponsor. Thank you. And that is a gamble. By the way, the link to that sponsor is in the description of this video, but that's a gamble. Last minute gambles have actually paid off for me. Looking to get into a game in college, I went and stood outside the RCA Dome with a $20 bill in my hand, and that $20 bill didn't get me in until that game kicked off. In which case, about 10 minutes into that first quarter, any scalper in the world was willing to trade what they had left for the $20 bill in my hand. Some of the best tickets I ever got. You get in late, you don't see the entire game, but, you know, it's a gamble that you're even going to find that guy that opportunity. It's certainly a gamble if you just put yourself in the mercy of the market and hope to find some discount code or win some radio station contest or anything like that. That is a beggars can't be choosers portion of life. And obviously, if you really want a game, you're not going to be able to depend on getting into a game that way. Maybe you go all in on season tickets with a group of people. Now, it's still not going to get you an awful lot of football in front of your own 2 eyes, but it might get you in there for a couple of games. You're going to have to sell off the premium games. If there is a postseason, you might want to sell those off too, because now you're maybe even turning a tiny little profit if you're willing to split season tickets with a group of friends. Maybe that's a little bit too much. How about splitting the number of streaming services that you have with your group of friends, and you sort of rotate apartments based on who's ever got the streaming service that correlates with that evening's game? Maybe that's a way to save a little bit of money. I'm not saying any of this is convenient or a good idea, but trying to find the NFL at an inexpensive price point is a very difficult thing to do. Now, maybe you're lucky. Maybe you're already a fan of one of these 5 teams with the lowest average ticket prices from the NFL last season: the Falcons, the Texans, the Cardinals, the Buccaneers, or the Titans. Every single one of those average ticket prices is somewhere in between $225, $265. Again, nothing like the $14 400 level special in Arizona later this month, but there you go. Those are the least expensive avenues in if you're a fan of the Falcons, Texans, Cardinals, Buccaneers, Titans. You've already sold your soul for not much return. You might as well get a decent ticket price. You could go full on OK Boomer. Look for an old-fashioned TV with the old-fashioned antenna and just try to pull the game out of thin air. But like, good luck doing that in modern times. Again, splitting streaming services is probably more realistic than using rabbit ears on a television is in 2024. But I really think I've got it. After thinking of all the different ways, all the different maneuvers that you could do to get some free football in front of you, I think I've got an answer for you. Join the media. Have you seen this group? It's hardly an exclusive group. Look, I've been sitting in press boxes for the better part of 20 years, and the only thing that I can tell you is that it is clearly easier to get in there now than ever before. I mean, I don't know if you have to have a Substack, a YouTube channel, if you've blogged once, if you've sent an email. Apparently, you can qualify to be a part of sports media these days. So you find that open-minded rep in somebody's media office that is willing to say, okay, we'll let you in for a game, see how you act. Maybe we'll invite you back. Maybe you don't. Try to pretend or become a member of the media. Believe me, it ain't that hard to do anymore. There is no cheap way to get into an NFL game unless you got $14 later this September in Arizona and willing to go see Commanders Cardinals. It's expensive out there. So, as my father has always said, if you can't be rich, have rich friends. Good luck to you. Good luck this football season getting in for as inexpensively as possible. Tell me how you plan on doing it. Hit like, subscribe, leave a comment, and boy, I hope you join me at the 2-minute warning of every 49ers game this season. We'll be going live at the 2-minute warning. Cheers, and have a great day. Thanks for watching. Tune into the Damon Bruce Show live on YouTube every weekday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific.